talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Um, if you want to share me out, share me out. Y'all, I am live. I want to talk about this for a minute. It been on my mind for a minute. And I want to talk about it with you guys. We're gonna give it to the news tomorrow. Um, I'll just I'll wait till everybody come in and then we'll get into it. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you're new to the channel, we welcome you here. Um, if you are watching the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all, I don't look the best today. I really, really want to take. Hey, Lindsay, how you doing? Y'all, excuse my hair, child. I'm gonna get it done this week. Excuse my hair. Excuse my hair. Hey Lindsay, how you doing? How you doing today? I know y'all be like, Monk, where y'all at? I'm gonna tell y'all, tell y'all where I've been, child. I'm gonna tell y'all where I've been. I'm gonna tell y'all where I've been. Hey James Etta. Yes, everything is well. Yes, everything is well. I just y'all this week, y'all has just been a kind of a busy week. Son practice. Y'all know he go to practice Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and sometimes y'all between homework, the heat, and everything else, child, whew, it can become too much, and I just be like, I don't feel like going live, and I have been feeling a little unmotivated, so I was like, I don't feel like going live, but I knew I need to bring some content, so and talk to you guys. So yeah, I just then it's kind of like hard to work I have a day job, so I work from like 7 to 3:30, and then from 7 to 3:30 I go get my kids. Then from 3:30 to maybe 5:30 we're doing homework. I'm trying to cook something before we go to this football game because I'm not trying to spend all this money eating out. And so it can become like then from 5:30 to 7:30 we're at the football field. No, from 6 o'clock to 7:30 we're at the football field. Sometimes my daughter has my phone. I have to watch Jamel play and practice and all that. So yeah, it can become a little bit overwhelming, y'all. And I just was tired and I kind of felt unmotivated. But I'm not. I ain't went nowhere, child. Y'all know. Now y'all know me. I thought about. I said, what if I give up on my YouTube life and just live my little regular life? But that ain't the norm no more. That is not the norm no more. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes for some people to come in. Y'all share me out, please. If y'all don't mind, please share me out and please hit the like button, guys. We're gonna have an in-depth conversation about how we can get in a relationship and sometimes it can leave you bitter, broken, mad. But when do we heal? When do we start to recognize our worth? When do we realize that it was just God's plan, that what we're going through is what God wanted us to go through to teach us something about ourselves and teach us something about other people. So, thank you to the one on Facebook. Who this is on Facebook? Let me see. Child, I got to know. Whoever is on Facebook, thank you. It won't let me know who it was, but welcome to the one on Facebook that is listening in. Um, so y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I can tell y'all a few things about myself, and I'm not ashamed of what I have went through in life. I'm not. I have never been the type of person. I used to be ashamed and held my head down about, some of the things that I have went through. But then it realized, you never know who could be going through this have or are someone who is going through this situation or have been through this situation. I know. Thank you, Lindsay. I know, girl. I need this release too, child. Cause my son just had a whole meltdown because he didn't want to go to bed and he want to stay up and watch Jeffy with his cussing self. If y'all ever no, it was Ninja Turtles. I told him, boy, you can watch Ninja Turtle all tomorrow night, but we still gotta go to bed early because he got a game Saturday, impromptu game. So this is my life, y'all, for the next September and October. So it's gonna be the next 8 weeks. Y'all gonna get me. Y'all gonna get me, but it ain't gonna be a lot of lives like back to back to back. Your girl Jayla, she my baby girl, I have signed her up for dance. So, I may just add, if just to give y'all an insight of what goes on in my life, you know, I will try my best to post on my family channel as well. It's hard, y'all. And some of the people that are members, they'll get that. Members will get some little shorts of my kids. That's what I do. I appreciate my members. I got to give them something of my behind the scenes of my life. Um, so I'm gonna do a story time. I'm trying to wait to see who all's gonna come in before I get into it because I don't want to go back over it. How everybody week been thus far? While I'm waiting, how is everyone's week been? By the way, is everybody been making it all right? If y'all been tired just as me, I'm just glad it's not as hot as it was back in August. Y'all, I'm still praying over this $400 light bill. If anybody look. Child, this $400 light bill this $400 light bill done got me shook, child. I swear. I swear this $400 light bill got me shook. I do not want to pay that high light bill. My light bill has never been that high. Maybe 300, but never four. I gotta wash my curtains. My kids with their sticky fingers. Um, Anyway, y'all, if y'all want me to know anything, mjjfamily2020@gmail.com. And if you want to give to the platform, there is the Cash App. I'm trying to wait for a few more people to come in, and then I'm gonna tell you guys, I know at one time that I was mad, bitter, and broken. And I ain't talking about abuse or nothing like that. I'm saying at this point, one time, it took me. My son is 7. It took me maybe a year from now to go through this. So thank you, Lindsay. Um, Child, it ain't got nothing. Look, I'm gonna say this. Child, it ain't got nothing to do with no parts, and they can't say, "Oh, this is what the weatherman told us that I followed." His name is John DeLucy. He gonna say, don't say that the light bill is high because y'all, I swear to God, they gonna talk about. Don't say the light bill is high because you this is the baby man. Don't say that the light bill is high because you because of the heat. Because they're jacking up their prices. The heat, it's been hotter than it ever before. I'm like, child, um, sir, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir. It ain't. This is the same Mississippi heat that we've been dealing with. Don't even say that, sir. No. Don't try to put this on the weather that the light people didn't jack up their prices. Yes, they did. Cause ain't no way everybody light bill don't went up from last year. My light bill around this time was 300. And then it don't went up over 100. Some people light bills went up $70, $80. And you trying to tell us that the heat is the issue? Child, we've been having this Mississippi heat. Child, do not put it on the heat, child. Don't put it on the heat. Don't put nothing on no heat. We've been had this kind of heat. Don't put it on the cold because it's the winter. Because we've been had this kind of winter. Don't put it on none of that. Just say that stuff have inflation. Inflation has taken over. Um, I definitely want to say the housing market is very like what you like. My house now, they told me my house is market value maybe about 50. I probably can get by 80, but I ain't selling, child, because I ain't finna do them high interest rates. No. Um. So anyway, y'all, let's talk about exactly, exactly, and the food ain't no better, child. Like, uh, it's probably more people going to the food banks than ever. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to, with me paying, like, and then I had read an article, and I know I'm supposed to be talking about something else, but we gonna get there. Hey, Trisha, welcome. I know y'all like, Mom, where the hell you been? Y'all, I've been tired. I've been unmotivated. I ain't feel like doing that, but I'm motivated to go live and talk for a minute. Um, but what I was saying with me having, I was reading the article, and a lot of people are saying that people are eating out more than they are buying food because they feel like eating out is cheaper than buying food. When has America got to that part? Like, child, if it ain't a coupon or a 2 for $5, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I have, oh, child, like, y'all, child. Hey, Lala, how you doing? How you doing, Lala? Um, if you like, I have to really just budget everything in, and then try to budget in my kids extracurricular activities. Then school just started, so y'all, I had to budget in my kids like shoes and clothes. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. I was like, Lord, if this food, y'all don't know, like, a book bag at Walmart is the same price as a Adidas book bag that I can get from Kohl's. And I said, well, I might as well get the Adidas book bag because the book bag at Walmart is just about the same price. That's why I said, y'all, I'm trying to be heavy on the YouTube streets, but child, it's just too much. It's just, I just be tired, y'all. Like, I really do. Be like I said, shout outs. I'm always going to be for the single mothers because y'all being up at 6 o'clock in the morning, getting 2 kids ready, pushing them out the door, coming home, working for 8 hours, and only getting like maybe 15-minute break, 30-minute break, 15-minute break. And then um only rest you really, really get is on the weekend. But what if my weekends right now. What? Hold on just a minute. And doing everything back up, it's just like a cycle, child. Like, it's sometimes I feel like I said, Lord, I just wake up and do the same stuff over and over and over again. This is I feel like I do. My life is just a cycle. But this is just my single motherhood. So I was like, it is what it is. So Lindsay said, had a ribeye at Outback recently, and it had more marbling than meat. What? Food quality is really poor right now, child. Food quality and food service. Now, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind tipping. That's one thing I do not mind doing, y'all. I don't mind giving you a tip, but you ain't finna, like, I have went to restaurants lately, child. Thank you for the like on Facebook. Thank you. Whoever it is, I don't know who it is, but thank you. Let me know who in the bush. Um, I have went to a restaurant, and every time I go to Applebee's, y'all, I always get bad service. I don't know why in Applebee's. I always get bad service at Applebee's. I don't know why, but my bill was over $100, and I paid for two children, my aunt and myself. I didn't get my food right. Hey, Candace Boo. Yes, like me, since I am a customer service representative, I try my best to be courteous to the people that I'm talking to over the phone. Now, I try to do the same thing when I'm out here in these streets because I know what it is to be on in customer service. And you know what I'm saying, you ain't getting what you want, somebody being rude and stuff like that. I try not to be rude to people. I try. We all human now. We all human. But I try to speak to people courteous and say thank you and please and all that. But some people, like one time, like me and my kid, we went to Chili's. Child, sat there and waited a whole 20 minutes for a drink, a whole hour for a for my food, and then waited a whole another 30 minutes for my ticket. I said, well, what if I walk about this piece? What if I walk about this piece? Uh, would y'all say something? I bet y'all would run me down at the door. But you taking forever to bring me my ticket. I just got kind of irritated. I was like, Lord, this ain't it. This ain't it. That's why, I just rather just eat at home. Well, I may eat out, but eat it at home. Be around my own self. Like people just a trip. Anyway, y'all, this is what we talking about on tonight. Some of those workers are, hey, Kinsley Paranormal, welcome in. Some of those workers are very mean. They're acting like they are scared. Yeah, and then I'm gonna be honest. Some people don't care because they ain't getting paid enough. And like, even though I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Even though I got like $1 raise, I still feel like it's lacking. You know what I'm saying? I still do feel like it's lacking. Like I read an article about that too. Like they're saying that even though the companies have raised their have raised wages, but the wages, hey Reese, is not helping because of the inflation, which is causing us to still struggle. And then a lot. I don't know. Is anybody in certain states that are getting stimuluses? Because this month, some of these states that had COVID, have the relief money, are sending their people. Like in Georgia, I read. California, I always look. I need to move to California because California seems like everything is like California look out on their people. Like people in California look out on their people because child. California was one of the first states, honestly. Uh-oh. California was one of the first states that actually used some of their stimulus release that was given to the state to their people. So if you're in New Jersey, I don't know if New York, I think New York is doing it. I know Georgia, Mississippi child Tate Reeves said we don't need the money. Oh Lord, he just done pissed me off. We finally getting the PEBT. Everybody else done got that PEBT because Tate Reeves said that we didn't need it, but he went back and said we needed it, and we getting the COVID release money. I'm in Tennessee, and we barely wanted to spend money from the CARES Act and sent most of it back. That's what I'm saying. Like the states that are red states, like I stay in a red state, Lindsay stay in a red state. We know all the red states. Georgia has flipped blue right now, but it can go either way. Alabama is a red state. Like Texas is a red state. Louisiana is a red state. Like all the southern states are red. We got all of black folks that stay down here in these states, and we won't get out here and vote and can turn these things blue. So here in Missouri, we have not been getting anything. Well, we're supposed to get the PEBT in October. So if you're listening in and you're from Mississippi, you're supposed to get it in October. Listen, girl, you know it, cause child, like I know, like my city, they're doing infrastructure. Oh, we're gonna fix the roads and stuff like that. I'm like, when y'all gonna come fix the road? Because these people been fixing on this gas line all summer long, and y'all, I have a whole entire hole on the side of my yard. I really do. I'm not lying. I'll take you outside to show you. Um, and it's been sitting there killing my grass for a whole month, and they ain't did nothing. So I'm praying that they'll fix this at this new pipeline we get for our gas. But I like, and I'm scared to even turn on my gas for the winter because they're gonna be high. I ain't got time for it. Anyway, let's get to the conversation at hand, y'all. I know y'all said monkey. Now you got this different type. I do. We're gonna talk about it. Anyway, y'all. I know y'all wondering what's my title is. Why my title says bitter, broken, and mad. When do we heal? Okay. So, um, many people won't admit this, but many people in our society, in our society, have been in a bitter, broken, mad situation. Let me say this: we we've been bitter about situations that happen in our life. What? But how we gonna afford this shit? That's a question, child. How we gonna afford this shit? Trisha, child, look, I don't care either way it goes, child. I'm gonna have to, we still gonna have to live, right? So if we get it or don't get it, we still got to find a way to make it. You true on that though. Um, so you know what I'm saying? I have noticed that it's a lot of people now that are, when it comes to breakups and stuff like that, we get bitter, we get broken, and we get mad. And me myself, like, not from my first like, but I was bitter and broken and mad and didn't heal properly. But I'm healed now. That's what matters. Um, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the things that I went through as a person that was in a relationship. I was in a how old my son? 7. 7 years ago, me and my child's whatever, my kid's father, I was in a relationship with him, and it was very toxic. It became very toxic. Um and I didn't know at the time that, you know, he was, I'll say, still pillow talking or talking to his ex-wife. At the time they were um divorced, but he has a child by her. Listen. So we're going back and forth. He's saying that she don't want him to be around, that she didn't want her child to be mistreated by me, and that, you know, um and she really didn't want my kids around, her son around me. But I didn't know at the time that he was going back telling some fucked up shit. Like being going back and forth telling lies. Like he was telling um her one thing and telling me something else. So um I had Jamel, and I'm just gonna go down the line. We was back and forth, back and forth. At this time, I didn't know it was a third person in this situation as well. Said Trish, it was three of us. Me and her, we cool. We cool now. I consider her family. I consider her family because she went through the same things that I went through. But I was bitter. But when okay, so when I got when I had Jamel, we stayed together maybe a year and a half. No, maybe 6 months. Some things happened. Then he ended up going back, and I was pregnant with Jayla. And so, um, I used to feel so like it used to just kill me on the inside just to know, y'all, this is me, bitter, broken, and mad. I swear to God, I'm two testament. I myself, I used to lay in the bed at night making fake pages. Look at this. Listen to me now. Making fake pages, going to Facebook, looking at um his page, looking and trying to look inside her page and trying to say, bitter, broken, and mad. Trying to figure out what he got going on, inboxing him, mean things because I'm bitter, broken, and mad because I done had one child by you and I'm pregnant again by you again. And you leave me by myself with two children. I'm not bashing nobody, but I'm speaking my truth. So I used to feel like why is me? I used to cry like I used to cry myself to sleep. Because I was like, man, why? Like why me? You know what I'm saying? What makes her so better than me? Um, what makes her, you know what I'm saying? Like this is my train of thought 7 years ago, you know, because I really didn't know my worth, because I really didn't know what I brought to the table, and he wasn't worthy of me. So I I was so bitter on the inside. I'd be like, when I had Jayla, I didn't even tell him till 24 hours after I had Jayla. Surely did. My mom was like, Monk, when you gonna tell this man that you done had his child? This is this is Monica. I was like, she was like, you're out the he was you out the you're out the because I had gestational hypertension. She said, you out of the you all right, you'll be okay. But on the inside, I was like, why should I tell you about your child when you didn't give a damn about me? You not only did you go back to your ex-wife, but then you piddling paddling back and forth um with me and another person. And yes, you better say it, la la. And so I ain't gonna never forget this because this was really made me really bitter. Before he went, okay, so he went to back to his ex-wife. They didn't get married at this time. So he went back and stayed in his hometown with his mom or whatever. So he was telling me, it was his son's birthday, and I'm sitting at home with his other son. And so I'm sitting at home with his other son, and his other son is his other son's birthday, and he didn't even invite him to the party. I was like, well, why you didn't invite, somebody? I don't know how I ended up seeing it. And then he was like, I didn't know Monica, blah, 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 blah. So something told me to just get up out of my bed, 7.5 months pregnant with a 1 year old late at night. And I went and come to find out he had another third person. So I went to his mama house, 7 months pregnant, confronted this girl over him. Yeah, I did. I confronted him because I was like, I'm pregnant by him, and you know what I'm saying, and He's saying that we supposed to be together and the blah 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 blah. So um so we went, it was a big old thing, child. I told him I'll shoot him and kill him and all that crap, whatever. But I was like 7.5 months pregnant. I didn't need to be acting like that at 7.5 months pregnant. I didn't. So he went back after all that came out. He went back to the ex-wife, got married, all that. So no, they didn't get married then, but he went back there. So I'm sitting here 9 months pregnant, had Jayla, and I was very bitter that whole baby year of my child's life, first year of Jayla's life. I was very bitter. Um, I had hated my heart towards her. I had hated my heart towards her, and she wasn't even the problem. That what I'm realizing. At that time, I was bitter, not at him, because the reason why, because at that time I still wanted him, and I was like, and I'm sitting here bitter and mad and angry because this man keeps showing me that he don't want me. Hey, this is the reality of everything. This is the reality that a lot of people don't get. When somebody continues to show you that they don't want you, man, believe that shit. When somebody shows you that they are not for you like that, they gonna do what they gonna do. As long as you let them fuck over you, you will do it. They will do it. So I had to really, like, for a whole year, I was like, no, my children ain't finna spend the night over nobody's house. Um, what else did I do? I was just bitter on the inside, crying, upset, jealous, had envy in my heart, and I never did realize that I was really I was hindering myself because I was like, I ain't never going back in no relationship. Um, and then after that, after him and his girl broke up, he came back to me. And guess what? My stupid, I ain't gonna call myself stupid. My weak minded self at the time did. Oh, I took him back because trying to prove something. What did I prove? Nothing, because he ended up fucking over me again. So my family member was like, well, Monica, how you and such and such supposed to be working this back out, but he posting this girl out on social media. But when it came to me, you was ashamed. I'm like, well, what's wrong with me? But you got this whole chick. And he was like, oh, I'm just doing that to make somebody jealous with her. Bitter, broken, mad. I got mad and I told him, you know what I'm saying, that's jacked up, blah, 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 blah. And then he got mad. He got mad and left, and he told me, he said, Monica, um, I don't want to be with you anymore. He was like, um, it's too much for me. It's too much drama. And I'm like, how this is me. Bitter, broken, mad, bitter, well, not bitter at this time, broken. Because this is the broken part of me. I'm like, how are you going to say I'm the problem when you doing it? But I didn't know that this was just him reversing everything back on me. I didn't know that. My mind wasn't registering what was going on because at this time I was still kind of in love. So exactly. See, that was my thing. I always wanted my kids to have both the parents in the home, but you don't need both parents in the home to parent your children or be parents to your children, especially if the relationship is toxic. The best thing to do is parent your children. And that's my main concern is to parent my children. Be the best mother I can be. You be whatever father you're going to be, but I know I'm going to be the best mother I can be. But so after that situation, then he's supposed to brought me some money for the children. And he's in the third person car, and I'm like, what? And I was like, no, 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 no. So I was just hurt. I was hurt so bad behind all the mess he has. I don't know what it was, but I just knew that at the time I was just so upset. I was crying. I was just so upset. This was like, I was just just continuously making, running behind someone that's continued to show me that, hey, I'm not for you. They continue to show me that, yeah, I'll put kids in you, but that's all. I don't value you and what you bring to the table. I don't value you as the woman that you are. I'm gonna do me. As long as I'm coming home to you, you should be happy about that. And then, I got to the point, man, I was just so down in the dumps, y'all. I used to just do low down things. I can admit it. Yeah, I used to make fake pages, inbox, do stupid, just just very bitter. Um, you know, um, I used to say, I always had it in my head, what makes her better than me? What makes her better than me? That's what I used to say in my head all the time. Like, why? But then I realized, like, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, here it is again. This is me thinking. Here it is again. I'm not good enough. I'm thinking myself is not good enough because this is how broken I was. I didn't care how I looked. I might look a mess right now, but child, wait till next week. But I didn't care how I looked. I didn't care how I dressed. My kids always looked well taken care of. But I was just so depressed. I was so depressed and bitter, angry, and mad. I used to just cry. And I used to just, what I'm saying, argue and try to do things for attention to get his attention. And and I was just so bitter and I felt so like I'll never, and I kept saying, I ain't gonna never let nobody do me like this ever again. I ain't gonna never. And it trickled over to my situation that I had previously, even though it was just an online relationship, phone conversation. I realized some of those traumas from that relationship I carried to that previous relationship, but I thank God that I didn't allow it to consume me as much as the other one, as my the last one, not this one, the one before. And it just took a long time for me to heal. Like I always thought about it, I always thought about it, I always hated her. I always hated her. She was the one that in my mind, my stupid mind, I guess, that um she was the one that um took what I wanted. But I had to realize, like, what am I missing? I live in peace. I don't have to worry. This is where I'm at now. But back then, 7 years ago, this is not where I was at. Um, I was just so angry. And I just, I got to the point I was like, I don't want no man. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not even attractive to or look good just to even be with the man. But then, then I think that then how you sometimes you think about I'm gonna be honest, like it used to just sometimes you just think about like I ain't gonna let nobody do me like this again. but I still held that grudge in my heart towards him. And every time I seen him, it was I still had that hostility in me. So I was, and then I was like, my heart used to beat fast and stuff. So I said, Monica, you still have feelings for this person, and you haven't let this go. So I had to, like, I don't know, like, my thing is, when we, like, it took me being by myself for a while and recognize, like, hey, Monica, you ain't no ugly person, you ain't no bad person. This person is not for you. When people show you who they are, believe them. And I had to believe it. Like, I was so, like, I don't have no hate or strike, even with the stuff that happened here on YouTube last year. I thought about, I ain't got no issue with nobody. I just protect my energy. And I don't even have no issue with my ex. I just don't want to be with them. Because when you show me who you are, I don't, you know what I'm saying? There is no more second chances when it comes to me. I'm done with giving second chances. I'm done with getting giving um I'm done with when someone shows me that, hey, I'm not for you, I believe it. And I don't go to bed. When someone shows me that, hey, I'm not for you, I'm not your friend. Even this even come with friendship. If someone shows you that they're not your friend, they're going behind your back, go to bed. You don't need to worry about the TV. No way. Go to bed. Um, but when someone shows you that um they're not your friend, and they show you that, hey, that they're not for you, believe that. Don't believe the hype. Don't try to let them love bomb you. It's so many people, like, now I know what love bombing is like, and I know what, you know what I'm saying, narcissism is, when somebody just continuously the love on you, then all of a sudden they switch on you. I don't like that. Like me, I'm the same person every time, you know what I'm saying, unless I'm tired or something like that. But never be a bitter, broken person. Don't do low down, dirty things thinking that it's gonna get you attention. It ain't. Um, or make you feel like it's gonna hurt the next individual person. While I'm sitting up here being bitter and broken about this, how this certain individual did me, they were still living their life. While I was what? Still sitting here bitter and broken. Get past that. Work on your healing. That and work on recognizing that, and whatever they have done to you, take it as a life lesson. Take it in. Take it as a life lesson and learn, like, to recognize those behaviors. I'm learning that and not go through it again. That's what I'm learning. And that, I still, as individual people, we all got growth. We all got things we have to learn and grow on. But never let someone tell you. I have learned, and I said this in my head. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that they don't want me, and I don't believe them no more. Once you tell me you don't want me, I'm going this way. When you show me you're not my friend, I'm going this way. When you show me that, hey, this ain't for you, I'm going this way. There's no, like, life is too short to waste your time on people that places no value or add no value to your life. If it's always toxic, you're gonna always be toxic. But it's somebody out there for somebody. We just got to meet them. I don't know where they at, but hell, they somewhere. But I honestly do believe that, what I'm saying, trying to hurt, just because you're bitter and broken, you're trying to hurt someone because of what they did to you, that doesn't make you better than the next than them. because you're acting out of in an angry place. The best thing to do is to work on your healing, be mature about the situation, um, learn how to grow and recognize who you are. Work on yourself, man. Like I learned that like I had to really work on myself. Like the Monica a year ago was not is not this Monica. The Monica the year from that was not that Monica before that. Before I hit YouTube, I was still in a broken place. I really was. I really was in a broken place before I came to YouTube because I still was holding on to a little bit of bitterness. But I thank God that I overcame. I was like, Lord, you know, remove whatever hold this person has on my life or has in my heart. And he removed that. So now when I see this person, it's just, hey, get the kids. Cause that's all I need you to do is help with the kids. So I can get a break in hell, because I don't get much of one. But, you know, I don't know if this stuff makes sense to y'all or not. I know y'all like, Monica, what the hell? But I ain't have nothing else to talk about. But I just really thought about that. Being bitter, broken, and mad. Because it's a lot of people that are this way. They do things to be vindictive and think they're hurting the next person. But you're only hurting your character. You're only hurting yourself when you do things towards peace people because you're bitter, you're broken, and you're mad. It doesn't. I don't. Yeah, if the woman took your man or then what I'm saying. Oh, he was messing with me and he was messing with this other woman. I had to learn it too. Like I don't like them. We should be mad at him because that's exactly, and that is so true. That's why I say I have a. I thank God I came a long way from where I came from, and that's why I said don't be a bitter broken person. Period. Because people prey on those kind of people too when they know that like some people could jump into different like some people don't know how to be by themselves. Let me say that. Like some people get out of relationships knowing that this person has hurt them, right? So instead of them working on their healing, they jump into another relationship to heal their bitterness, just to say they got somebody. And they're still dealing with that trauma from the previous relationship. They're still bitter, they're still broken, and they still mad. Um James Ella said one thing I learned I was that I had to pray a little harder. And yes, I can be a little bit hard headed, child, because I know I can be a little bit hard headed. Um, but I just say, you know what, Lord, if whatever's for me is for me. I'm really working on protecting my peace, protecting what I got going on in my world because like ain't nobody gonna love you like you. And that's what I'm trying to teach my children to have confidence in themselves. How can I tell my kids to have confidence in themselves and my little girl to say, hey, you got to be treated like a queen if mom is not being treated like a queen. If mom doesn't feel queenish, you know what I'm saying? So that would really change me. That would really made me woke up me, open my eyes was when I had my baby. When I had Jayla, it seemed like God just said, "This is how you want your daughter to this is what you representing to your daughter." And I was like, and I looked at that pretty little girl in my hand. My little girl, she's still beautiful, but y'all, I had Jayla was the most beautiful baby ever. She was the chunkiest, beautiful baby. And I was like, I looked at that, I said, I wouldn't want my baby to be treated no more than a queen than what she is. So I got to do better. Um, I got to do better. And so that would really just open my eyes when I looked at the little girl in my arm. and seeing how she was such a little princess and she was so beautiful. And I was like, then she's growing up and kind of looking like me, and I was like, I want my little girl to know that, hey, mama gonna look like I'm gonna be treated like a queen. And since my mama treated like a queen, I'm gonna look like I want to be treated like a queen. I don't want my kids around no toxic environment. I don't put your kids in a toxic environment, and don't put whatever you went through with the next person or the next man. Don't put that off on your children. Like when I got rid of old boy, I ain't take nothing out of my kids. Like my kid was like, well, mommy, you not with such and such no more? No. Y'all ain't never gonna hear from them again. And I protect my children. I don't bring a lot of people around my children, like a lot of men. No. Um, if you ain't like if this ain't no serious relationship, and if I feel like, this ain't gonna work, no. You're not gonna play on my children. Now, one thing to play with me, but my children is another thing. Um, but yeah, I think you have to thank God. Like I don't know about y'all. I know everybody's not like some people ain't. Hey, Indiana mom, how you doing? Is that Hold on. How you doing, Indiana mom? How you doing? But if you're listening in the bushes, please don't. If you are going through a breakup, or you like me, a single mother, that I swear, y'all, it was a time in my life where I was bitter, broken, and mad. I was very, very bitter and broken and mad, and it was, and I didn't know how to move from that. I didn't know how to heal for that. Oh yeah, I'm doing wonderful, thank you. Um, yeah, like a lot of people, some people able to bounce back, but when you went through, but if you ever been through a truly a heartbreak from somebody that you thought that was gonna be your one and all, child, you know what I'm saying? It'll make people bitter, and it'll make you feel to the point where I don't want to be in no relationship anymore. I don't want to be with nobody anymore. That's how I was for like 5 years. I'm just about my kids. I don't want to be in no relationship. I don't want to be with nobody. I'm scared. But then somebody made me realize, like, Monica, God didn't put you on this earth to be by yourself. Like, you got to pick yourself up, take yourself serious, love yourself. Why you holding yourself back because of what? Because, like, I ain't gonna put their business out there like that. But I'm gonna say this: don't hold yourself back from love. That means don't hold yourself back from seeking a relationship or a friendship with somebody, all because of what somebody did to you in the past. Some people say, I don't want to deal with love no more because love broke me or hurt me. But you're sitting there putting yourself on hold and stopping yourself from building something with someone or building a relationship with someone because you're still bitter and broken. Or um hey, at least some can admit, some can sit on here and judge if you like, but it is what it is, what it ain't, but and just hold yourself back from love because hey, I don't want to go through that heartbreak no more, so you hold yourself back because you're still holding on to what this person has done to you. I refuse to let anybody hold me back from what God has for me. God, whatever God has for you, and whatever person God has for you is for you. Don't ever, ever hold yourself back from y'all. Don't ever let somebody hold you back from because of what they have done to you, because you letting them win. And that's what I was doing. I was letting somebody win that didn't give a damn about me and how I felt. And I ain't getting no sorry. I had to still deal with this person and all that, and they still ain't sorry. But guess what though? I've learned, and I'm picking myself up by the bootstrap, girl, putting my big girl drawers on, these big girl drawers on, and I'm doing what I have to do to work on my healing. I had to. Somebody said, "Monga, I think you need to go to counseling." When I first started YouTube, and I think it was maybe Joseph or Tramel or somebody told me, "Monica, I think you need to go to counseling about what you have experienced so you can let go of that trauma." So I had went to counseling and I got it all out, y'all. I couldn't afford all that counseling, miss y'all. Counseling is high. It was like $70 a pop, $70, $80 every time I talked to that lady. And she wanted to talk to me every other week. That's $160 a month. No, I'm good. I just have to pray. I did it for a little while, but you know what I'm saying. But it got a little too expensive when you. But I did get enough out, and she just told me she let me reckon she helped me to recognize a lot of things about myself and a lot of things that I allowed because I'm not gonna fully blame. I'm gonna get to this time in a second. I'm not gonna fully blame that person previously or the person or my kid's father relationship. He'll be all right. Um, Trisha said I would talk to a stranger for free. Exactly. um, but she said I had to recognize that I had to take part or own up to my part in allowing these things to happen and not loving myself to enough to walk away. And then I said, you know what? You're right. Because some of the things that we go through in life, we know that this person ain't no damn good for us, and we still take them back because of love, or we see the good in them. Sometimes, hell, if they ain't working on the change, why should you force them to work on the change? And I was like, just because you see a good in somebody, that does not mean they're for you. And I was like, you right. Any other mom said my best friend is feeling like that right now. She just got divorced, moved back in with her mom, and she has two young boys on the spectrum and need extra attention. She's stressed right now, but I gotta keep that's what she need, Indiana mom, a friend like you that's gonna hold her up, because this, when you have kids, y'all, let me tell y'all something. It's not easy dealing with children with disabilities. Um, and then, you know, me as a mom that like my child, he has disabilities and it can get hard and overwhelming and things like that. So you can, but tell your friend, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. You know, don't be bitter. Focus, work on her healing. Even if she has to talk to a counselor, talk to you, pray. Um, Sometimes y'all take her out to dinner, let her enjoy, give her a break from her kids. Cause like y'all, sometimes that's all I really needed was like a break from my kids and just to get a little time to just think and try to, when you going through a heartbreak and you got to deal with, you dealing with children, you trying to keep a household up and all that, and you feel like you ain't got no help. It can become overwhelming. It can become depressing, child. Who gonna want me with all these kids? I got 3 kids, you know. I got 2, 3 kids. Who gonna want me now? And I'm divorced and all that. So I understand. I understand. Um, Child, what? Yes, they will. That's why I say, don't tell me you love me unless you show it and mean it. You can tell somebody. Let me just say this, cause I don't, he probably feels some type. When my ex, this is the ex previously. He he was the one. He was like, "Oh, Monica, I love you." I'm like, I can't. I told him, like, I said, I'm not gonna tell nobody that I love you unless I mean it. I said, now I like you. It's a strong like, but I ain't loving you. I don't love you, but it's a strong like. at the time, because like we was just talking maybe a month or two. You talking, but I didn't know this was just a game he was playing though. Check it out. Oh, he loved my bomb me. I'm weak to women and all that right there. And child, in a month or two, you telling me, Monk, I love you. And I'm like, how you gonna love someone you don't know? You don't know me. Like you haven't really gotten to know me. Oh, I know. Oh, Monica, I think you the best thing. You trying to tell me I'm the best thing popping, child. And I'm like, child. I was like, well, I said, I can't say the same. I said, I would never tell somebody I love them unless I mean it. And I said, actions gonna show that you love me. But them actions didn't, because child, I had to end up leaving his ass because he was entertaining other women on YouTube. And he know his ass was. And then, you know, had me up here falling out with my homies and shit. And you doing disrespectful shit on 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 I didn't know it at the time, but he was entertaining other women. And you know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against the person that he was entertaining, because he was playing both of us. He was basically telling her one thing and telling me one thing. But it comes down to it, his ass was full of lies too. Um James Elder said, right, I let it go in 2015 and he is not. Exactly. That's why I say everything comes back in full circle, and it ain't taking a long time. It's not. It's not taking a long time for things to come back in full circle. Sometimes things what happens. People, karma is real. Watch how you treat people. Watch who stop trying to dog people out because you hadn't let go of your childhood trauma. Because my mama wasn't in my life, my daddy wasn't in my life. Child, you grown now. Get over. Hell. And see, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be, Indiana Mom. You supposed to be happy and in love and all that. This your, this is what I want. I want my best friend. I don't want nothing that ain't right. Oh well, when she reaches her breaking point, she calls me out and I talk to the boys. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Continue to do that. Continue to do that. Continue to help her out and, give her a break, a mental break, so she can work through some of those feelings because y'all don't know what personal battles people be going through. Sometimes y'all, I be like, I could be, I could be sitting here struggling to keep it together because I'm going through something mentally, but I have to I'm one of those people. I'll keep a strong face because, man, people, so on the internet, people judge, and people on the internet, they act like they have it all together. And sometimes I just be saying, sometimes people just fake the funk because they don't want to be judged. They don't want people to look down on them because of what they're going through. So, but let me tell y'all something, y'all. If you listen here on this live, these 9 people, every one of us have gone through something. If you ain't went through something, keep living, cause you will. Um, every one of us have at one time been in a bad relationship. If you hadn't, keep living. Every one of us at one time done got our feelings hurt by somebody. If you hadn't, keep living. Do you hear me? Um, so ain't none of us prone from being bitter, broken, and mad. Because probably all of us done been. If you ain't been bitter, you been mad one time before. If you ain't been broken, you been bitter before. And some of us have been all three. But somebody in this life can resonate with what I'm saying. But you have to be better than that. You have to work on your healing. Um, God is. Let me tell y'all something. I thank God for where I'm at in life now and where He has brought me from and all of the situations, child. Girl, I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. But um, I just thank God for what He has brought me. Cause some people, when they get in bad out of bad relationships or get deep down in depressed, child, they be want to take their life. It been times that like I got down in depression. I was like, man, what if I fall off this bridge that I'm crossing and kill my kids and myself, you know. People have those thoughts when they're going through tough situations, especially when you have children with someone and they have hurt you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Some people say, don't let nobody know that they had that much power over you. It's not about power over you. If you allow someone to have power over you and you're thinking, they will. But but your experience. I'm talking about my experience. At one time I was bitter, bad and broken. That was my experience at one time in my life. He's 6'5", big dude. He likes to pick me up and move me to a different room for no reason. Just irritating. Oh, that is so sweet, Indiana mom. It seems like y'all have a wonderful relationship. I understand every look. Let me say this: every relationship has their ups and downs, but you know, you just have to meet that person. Everybody got to have that person that they can have fun with. Your best friend, your confidant. Y'all gonna go through things. What person ain't? That's what I don't understand. Like, and then some people be mad. Y'all make it seem like y'all relationship is so perfect. If you want to, you know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to love on their life, wife, or boyfriend, let them. But it's bullshit sometimes. I'm at the point in my life now. I don't care what people say about me, think about me, or even if they don't like me or not. I understand. I understand. We all have to get to that point. Um, I've been to the point where I have had to realize I was gracefully broken. When you get to that point, you know that you're okay. Exactly. Some people don't know. Like some people, so hard up, they don't know how to like. They don't know how to say, my feelings are hurt, or at this time in my life, I had went through a hard part in my life where I felt broken, or I was very bitter, or I was very angry because of how I was done, and all I wanted to do was love this person, and all this person did was like, y'all, I swear to God, like, came from my character, made it seem like I was just such a bad person, had people hating me, saying that, oh, you come home every night and clean up. I couldn't back this up. Said that you were coming home every night cleaning up, and I was just laying down. Said that you do all the cooking, do all the cleaning, and it was all a lie. And I just told them, I was like, now, how are they going to be able to cook and clean when they stay out with you till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night? And they work. Well, I ain't see it that way. I bet you don't. But you had hate in your strife in your heart towards a person you didn't know. All thing you was going off of was what they said. But you ain't get to know me for yourself. When you know me for yourself, oh, Monica's a cool person. Monica's a nice person. Oh, I'm all that. But never judge a book. Don't never judge a book by its cover. Now, me sometimes I'm one of those people. Y'all, if I get a vibe, I guess it's just an Aries thing in me. If I get a vibe that if I get a vibe from a person that I don't want need to fool with you, then I don't want to fool with you. I just gonna be honest. Like it's sometimes when I have been around a person and their energy be off, or they got a messy vibe. I like, man, I don't need to fool with her. Just keep it cordial. And that's what I try to do. Okay? The same thing here. Lord, my circle is small, family, a few close friends, a couple neighbors who have to be sheriff officers. Wow. I understand. I know, child. I hate to be this. Like, my mom will be like, Monica, I know you roll your eyes at the people. You said something real rude to the people. I like, Mom, I ain't said nothing. I said, I be like, I said, Mom, I just be, she said this, it's just the way you say stuff just don't come out right. I like, man, Mom, I don't know what other way to say stuff if I'm very upfront with it, like, child, like I said, you have to know me, like, to know where I'm coming from. It ain't always um rude. I'm not rude. It just sometimes it just comes out that way. I mean no harm. I swear. Well, that's good, James. Elder. Continue to tell your story, child. You know what I'm proud of? I'm proud to not tell, like, when I told a story about my abuse, I didn't cry. When I told this story right here about, I didn't give y'all every detail of what happened in that relationship, but it was bad. Like hell, driving around at night looking for some goddamn body, child, because you all in the motherfucking streets, sitting in the hospital because you know been stabbed 5 times with a newborn baby, taking care of you and a newborn baby. And what you do? What you do is you flip the script on me, make me seem like I'm a bad person, left me pregnant, and whatever. Like I'm not bitter about it now. It's just when I think about how you ever think about how good you was to a person and then they have the nerve to just do you any type of way, and you was like, bruh, you wow. It's like, wow, ain't nothing wrong with it. I hate being like that. Like mostly Sagittarius are emotional people. I know they say cancers are too. But at Aries is like, we the greatest people to have as friends. We are the greatest people in the world, basically, to have in your life. Um, um, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to King Chris Ware, y'all. Let's try to get him to 200. If y'all have not subscribed, let me go and get my members. I get my baby out. Not my baby, but that's my brother. If y'all have not subscribed to my brother, King Chris World, he is one of my members. Please go subscribe to him. Let's get him to 200 subscribers so he can go live and stop playing. Um, but y'all, let me just say this. Called his name my whole baby. But Chris is my family, man. I have to like, I have learned like here on YouTube, y'all. Yes, please get Chris to if y'all have not, Chris, drop your link. If you a mod, I think you a mod. I don't know because I'm on but make sure y'all follow King Chris World. If y'all have not tried my brothers out, I don't know if Joseph and Tremel in here. Sometimes Joseph be in the bush. Um, y'all my eye. Make sure y'all check out the McCray Kings and what other and Lala. What Lala at? Lala be so random. Lala do lives on Wednesdays and Sundays. She prays and she do lyrical dancing and all that right there. So make sure y'all check out Lala Be So Random. Lala Be So Random. That's her name. And yeah, my boy TZP. Oh yeah, I don't know if it's most of y'all subscribe to LM. Let me see your transcript. Make sure y'all check her out too. Yes, this man will ride. Wow. Wow. That's so disrespectful. And then they act like these vehicles is their cars. And they ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. Child. A child. Ain't nothing like an Aries child. Ain't nothing like an Aries child. James Elder, don't be ashamed of what you have been through. That's your experience. That's your story. Um, yeah, I got to find me some. Hold on a minute. Where my purse? Yeah, my lips. I'm tired of licking. Jamel, go to bed. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Oh Lord. Hold on. Man, it feel better. Ah, oh, breathe. I'm sorry to hear that, girl. I may need what's wrong with my little girl. My baby been coughing, y'all. I swear she has. I was giving my story about um how we well really the topic is about um bitter, broken, bitter, and mad. When do we start to heal? I was just talking about, you know, how we have when it's experiences or being in a relationship, bitter about a friendship, when we have certain things that happen in our life that become makes us bitter, broken, or mad. And how do we overcome those things? You know, we are royalty. Y'all ain't no royalty, child. Who? Aries birthstone is a what? What is an Aries birthstone? Go and check it out. Google it. Aries birthstone is a what? What's an Aries birthstone? Oh Jesus, girl. My son, he got a little cold, but mama look, mama trying to stay all right. Mama trying to stay all right. Woo, that's my thing. Usually when one of the kids gets sick, then the other gets sick. My kids like twins. If one gets sick, the other gets sick, even though they're like a year and some change apart. And I got the right answer for that. Move on. Oh, if look, girl, I I was telling my story about how I was when I was at my brokenness, when I was at my bitter point in my life. That, like I was telling them about a relationship that really left me very bitter and broken. But I got past it. I thank God to be beyond that. You can't continue to live your life or be continues to sit there in that brokenness and in that bitterness and live your life. You'll forever just be stuck. I refuse to be stuck because someone didn't appreciate me. That's what I look at. Well, girl, we do look. It's just like me. I try to control my temper. I really don't, unless you really have to piss me off. You really have to piss me off. But see, I'm one of those people. I'll just cut you off at the head, child. I won't say shit. Your ass don't exist no more. If you piss me off, I'm one of them people. I may not speak to your ass ever again, and you don't exist in my world. Ask the ones that's just how I live. I may not cuss you out. I may not say nothing, but I will walk past you like you don't exist. Try me. Yes, girl. Lord, let's pray that the monkeypox don't get there. Brianna, yeah, it was. We all have been to that point in our life, girl. If you beyond that now, be proud of yourself. If you are beyond that point, then be very, 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 very proud of yourself. You have overcome. A lot of people have not. Some people are still holding on to that bitterness. Some people be so bitter and heartbroken that they take it out on their children. This sometimes that is the reason why we're having these adults doing these things to these children because they're bitter and broken about what this man done left me with all these kids, and I gotta be stuck with him while he out there living his life. But I look mine as a blessing, child. They hard headed and they get on my nerve, but hey, they mine. I'm gonna take care of them. That's the way I look at it. Oh, y'all just some serious. Look, I'm a diamond, honey. Let me tell y'all about the Aries. We number one, baby. Y'all better get it together. We number one in the thing. When y'all see the first astronomical sign is an Aries, and we are our birthstone is a diamond. So, baby, we the real boo. Y'all better stop. Hey, the Aries, number one, diamond, a girl's best friend. So, what y'all rather have, a Aquarius or a diamond? We're number one. Oh, I know my baby. Me and her been fighting this thing for a whole week now. I'm trying not to go to the doctor. I already been to the doctor about my child and his knee. But his knee is finally to the point of the place where it's healing. Jesus. And he makes sure. Leave me alone. So uh, so but all girls want a diamond. That's why you gotta have an Aries friend in your life, Reese. Cause we one of a kind. It's hard to find us. It's hard. It's we hard to get rid of. You love us so much. I work in a high school in private gym. Teenagers need child. Them teenagers be trying to be next to a little stanky boy, or a little stanky girl. Said my oldest child, daddy. Okay, Brianna, be beyond that, boo. Yes, that's right. I've been where you at. I've been where you at. Let me tell you, girl, Bree. I've been where you at, and guess what? Me and her, we did not get along. But then when we we put two and two together and we made four, and we realized who was the problem, we got beyond that, and we was like, you know what? Girl, if you need anything from me, let me know. We'll inbox each other and check on each other. We have a great, respectful relationship. Like, you know, if something going on that I need to know about or she need to know about, boom. I be like, girl, what the hell going on? And she be like, girl, what the hell going on? But you know what I'm saying? She just gotta get past that. She gonna have to just get past that part that he don't want her no more. Oh, it's somebody else better. That when we get mad, yes, because we want this person so bad because we think that they're the best thing that's popping. They have to realize that that person ain't for you. Because if they were for you, you wouldn't go through the things that you went. They wouldn't put you through the things that you've been through. If somebody really loves you, they would never cheat, never lie, never manipulate, never cause any kind of toxic confusion in your life. And you wouldn't be sitting up here hating the other baby mama. They would want y'all to come together as one to get along and all that. Child, some of these dudes, some of these birds. It's for the birds, child. Wow, y'all very accomplished, Indiana mom. All right, Indiana mom, you are a nurse. I remember we had a conversation. You are a nurse. How many grandbabies you got? Well, you know, sometimes it be like that. I'm gonna lie, it be like that. I have made the realization that I ain't finna be beefing with nobody. It's something about you, Bree, that probably she wish she probably could be, or it's something about your strength, and maybe you just need to. I'm one of those people, man. Like I ain't trying. If I ain't trying to beef with you, and we got kids, I'm like, man, look, you got kids and I got kids. I ain't got no issue with you. Sometimes, man, you have to be the bigger person. I know it's hard, cause child, it's hard to be the bigger person when you're dealing with ignorant people. But sometimes you have to bring sometimes you have to come together and like have that conversation, grown folk conversation. Now some people may still get funky, and then when they get funky, you be like, you know what, fuck you. That just ignore. Jesus, he was very busy, child. That's why I said like all this football stuff and all this right here got me so busy, child. I'm like my I know your schedule is like wow. Oh Lord, she got too much. Child, she got too much drama. That's too much drama for me, child. How you gonna be? That's some young and the restless days of our lives kind of stuff. Um, that's some weird stuff right there. That's very weird. My baby. Trisha said my baby daddy had the audacity to have his girlfriend bring him to our child support hearing, and she asked me, "What did they say?" I looked at her and said, "Trisha, he gonna still be on child support." Child, and these people are true. Okay, girl, you are very accomplished. I'm very happy for you, a cheer coach and a math sub. And I might need to reach out to you to help me figure out how I'm gonna teach my little boy math. Get this mental math together, cause child, woo, y'all. That one really had me down in the dumps today, y'all. Jamel got his first weeks of testing done. Child, he doing good in spelling. He doing good in spelling. But child reading and comprehension, I asked the teacher, like, y'all ain't gonna give y'all the grade, but Ain't gonna put my son business out there like that. But I asked the teacher, did he even try on the test? Because this grade ain't even a try grade. This look like he just marked some shit grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, like, that's how bad this test score was. I'm like, son, did you even read? Did you read to understand, or did you just mark some answers? Because one thing, that's why, like, then when I read him the story myself, and he got all the answers right, and I said maybe it's because he don't know how to read to comprehend, and that's the reason why he has this special education teacher. And they saying that even though he has a special education teacher, he still got to know how to read. But my thing is, I may have to give him a 504 where everything is read to him, because ain't no way, y'all. Ain't no way my son gonna be coming home with the grades that he coming home. They talking about some, well, that's his grade, but we're gonna give him a 65. I don't want my son to be giving anything. I want him, even though he's getting the assistance that he needs, I still want him to learn, not give nothing. Um, but I was like, son, did you even? They was like, he really, really, really tried hard, but he he just gave up. He just, on the second, it was just so long that he just started just, I said, giving up. Usually my son, y'all, you know your child. I said, when my son, when he feel like giving up, or he feel like he don't know, or he tired, he just gives up. And I tell him all the time, son, believe in yourself. I can't be in that. I see the way I read may not is fun and entertaining, because I know how to make it read for you to understand. But see, I can't take these tests for you. I can't make you comprehend. You gonna have to perform. You gonna have to say, yes, I can. I can do this. Believe. I tell them all the time, believe in yourself. I said, can't nobody make you believe in yourself. You have to have that in you yourself. Believe in yourself. I said, mama's your number one cheerleader, but you got to believe in yourself that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Yes, ma'am. Child, we gonna see the next test. His next test next, not this Friday, but next Friday. He got a spelling test tomorrow. Lord, he probably gonna miss by 4. He gonna do decent on his spelling test because he made 100 on the last one. But child, math is a struggle. But he got a low D, high D. I was like, Lord, we gonna make it through. My daughter also play instruments, so girl, oh Lord, that's a lot. I really want to say, bitch, it's none of your business. Trust you something serious, trust. A child, look, I'm sitting here trying to figure out second grade math. I'm like, hold up now. I know then they're talking about you got to get this is a trip for me. Um, you got to use, okay, so like, you got to have the square box of 10, right? So if they say Jane had 10 apples and she take away 7, use whatever way, the little 10 figure way to find the answer. Child. So you gotta get a 10 box, make 10 circles. No, you write down the 10 circles, then you X out 7, and you get your answer. Then they say, okay, so what what's another way you can find the answer? Then they talking about doubling and all that. I'm like, look, man, I didn't learn all this in high school. And then they be like, they need to know their mental math. What is 7 plus 3? And I'm like, Jamel, what's 7 plus 3? Yeah. Whew, Lord. 7 plus 3. 4? I'm like, son, 4? What? 4? I'm like, man, just count up 8, 9, 10. Mama is 4. I'm like, boy, I said, your best bet is to write circles. Just write circles or count with your fingers. Cause that ain't 4. Any other mom Any other mom sound like me with my oldest. Our weekends be so busy, and during the week we don't get home until 9 every night. He play football and basketball for the school and play AAU basketball and baseball. So when he leave football practice at 5, we have to go to AAU basketball practice. Gotta be there at by 5:30. Wow, girl, wow. Girl, I thought my life was busy because my baby got dance and Jamel just got football. I'm praying for us, look for us mothers that got these busy children. Child, if he has an IEP, he definitely does. Reading the test can be an accommodation. I'm gonna ask him to be a reading of the test. For some reason, like they supposed to be reading the test to him. Because my son ain't gonna like he's slow to comprehend stuff, but when he gets it. It just it takes when you have a child like Jamel, like my son is like developmentally delayed and he has ADHD. So I didn't know that like a kid with maybe ADHD maybe have a mind of maybe a 3-4 year old at 7. And they said they have issues with speech and they have issues with reading and comprehending and math. I'm like, so they said that ADHD kids really do struggle, and even with taking medicine. Ooh, and I gotta go get his medicine in the morning. Oh Lord, no. Yeah, like I was like, hold up now. And then another way of y'all, my baby Jayla, child, she done got it all figured out, child. She could count backwards and subtract in her mind. 7 minus 3. She'll hold up 5 4. Look, she be like 6 5 4. Oh, mama, the answer is 4. And I'm like, okay, child. Like they night and day. But I look, I help him with both of them. Me, like I tell Jamel, he's smart. We just have to work a little bit harder to get it. But we gonna get it, child. Child, like the football life, child, it can be very 3 nights, 3 games, and I mean 3 days through the weekend, Saturdays. It take all your life, and I'll be like, Lord, I know I ain't really got much to do, but Jesus, he's subtracting. Child, he do circles with subtracting. I taught him some subtraction. I talked to him the circles, child. I'm like, get you some extra piece of paper and get to subtracting, even on the back of the paper. You'll get to the answer. They be like, well, it's best to teach him your mental math. So I got them flashcards. We try to go over them once a week, and like I'm trying to get them all to learn their add and addition facts, from 1 to 10, and then we'll work on the subtraction facts mentally. Child, some of them he know and some of them he don't. Child, I know. Child, I know. That's what matters. Is like your kids want to be a part of a team. Like I said, I ain't gonna never forget my experience. What that man told me, and that's why I'm moving my damn son. Shit. Oh, okay. So what he may need a little more time to process what he hears because like I noticed with short passages, he catch on like this. Now last year, short passages, he couldn't even understand. I'm like, Jamel, the pig is fat. And then he'd be like, what happened? I said, what's wrong with the pig? And he don't even know. I'd be like, I used to get so angry because I'd be like, Jamel, I know you know this. But then as I get understand now, he don't really comprehend everything. Like he had to go to summer school and everything this year because they wanted him to get his reading up and comprehension. It's still a struggle, but at least he's getting the short passages like a 4 sentence paragraph. He might be like Like the dog, okay, it's like one little paragraph was like the girl had four blue balloons. The little boy had five red balloons. The boy and the girl loves balloons. So they asked the question, how many balloons did the boys have? Five. Then he knows that. But when it comes like in the second grade, child, I didn't know that they were reading 2, 3 pages. Ugh. And you sitting here someone that struggles with comprehension, trying to comprehend 2, 3 pages. It's like a blur. And I bet you he gave up on it. I bet you in his test he gave up on his reading because he probably was like he worked hard probably the first day, but then the second day he probably like, I'm tired of doing this. In his mind, I know him very well. I'm tired of doing this. And he probably just started marking. And like then, oh Jesus, my poor son. Wow. Well, all kids were team captains at one point or another. Child, y'all. I wish I would have been when I was a butt babe, child. I wish y'all would have been here when Jayla. Y'all remember when Jayla was playing soccer and Jayla was set up there? Child didn't want to run, didn't want to do nothing but be a diva. Lord, yeah, my child. Now she want to do dance, and her dance is going to be it's going to be hip hop, jazz, lyrical, and tap. Y'all gonna go on the journey with me, child. Okay. All right. James Etta, reach out to me and give me some email me and give me some more pointers. Cause I be asking that teacher, they be like, oh, he's such a sweet child, we don't want to work him too hard. I'm like, when he get out here in the real world, they ain't gonna think like that. I'm trying to get my son prepared. You're like, I don't want him to be dumbed down. I want y'all to, because y'all want him to be where y'all want to be at. I want him to know that you can be whatever you want to be if you work hard. And if I'm, I got him and Jayla on Monster Math, to learn that they love Monster Math. If y'all have younger kids, your younger kids would love Monster Math. It's good. But James Delta, if you got any other pointers, please email that to me so I can do that for help him out like because I know reading those short books because last year he wasn't even reading on a first grader's level, but now I think he may be almost I think he beyond kindergarten first level, but first grade level. I'm thinking. Wow. So your kids are grown. Girl, you got one more and it's over with. Well, I know you feel sad about that. I ain't looking forward to that. Even though they get on my nerve, they put holes in my wall and fight, but I ain't looking forward to them leaving the nest. I got a long way though. I got a long way to go. James, I'm glad I came up that you connect to me and you because what would be a good way? Okay, yes, majority of them are. But his last one last year, she really recommended him to go to summer school. She loved him so much. She said, like she worked with him real, real hard. She was like, Miss Monica, like, because it was like it's like weird with my son. Like, check this out. Oh, no, if you want to send me something to help with math, that'll be fine. Um, But like the weirdest thing is like my son, he may not produce during weekly testing, but during the big test, he'll make 100. He'll make a 95. He'll make an 89. And I'm like, I said what it is I guess they have by the time that he has learned everything, he knows it. But because even like with football, he may mess up all the time during football practice, but get out there on the football field and perform. It's like very strange how um he does with or because to me that is very strange. Like do the like learning your um reading comprehensions and stuff like that. Um my it's like he can't through the week reading them passages, but then when it's time to do the big test, he can make a great grade. Like and his grades be average. I'm not like I said, I don't expect my kids to be straight A students, I would like for them to be. But like I told them, if you're average, I'm happy with you being an average student. I swear. So so y'all are empty nesters. But James Elder for sure. And if email me some pointers that will help him to help him comprehend um what he's reading. Math and if y'all anybody, if any other mom, y'all can send me pointers on how to get him together with his mental math. It's like he knows two plus two and all that, but when it comes to like they're getting to the point now where they're doing double digits, and I'm trying to tell him like the easiest way to do a double digit is like 1 plus 0 is what? Start with the number on the left and all that. Lord, I don't know how we're gonna make it through that. But I'm trying, child. I tell him to do circles because that's the only thing I know what to do. Thank you, James Elder. And I'll, you know what I'm saying, just so I can make sure my son is successful because I don't want him to be given anything. I understand that, he may not be the smartest kid, but I don't want him to be felt like he's not getting it because I know he can. We just got to learn in a different way. But y'all, it's late. Let me take myself to bed, y'all. I had went to bed at 12:30 last night. And it is 11:37 now. Y'all done sit up here and ramble for about a whole hour and 47 minutes. But y'all, I'll be live tomorrow, y'all. Um, at 8 p.m., 7:30 p.m., y'all, because Jamel has a game Saturday morning. Jesus. Um, so I'll be live tomorrow. We're gonna talk about it's a girl in Wisconsin, y'all, that was found in an apartment that was dead, shot dead. And we're gonna give y'all an update on Cupcake. Y'all know they're getting ready to do a trial on Cupcake. So they're getting ready to do the two people that killed Cupcake. They're getting ready to go to trial. Um, and I'll give y'all some more updates if I can find them on in another story that was sent to me. Y'all. Um, okay. Child, I know this teacher ain't finna play no classical music for my son, but but you know, I don't think it's dyslexic for Jamel. I think it's more of his comprehension. Okay, just email me everything that can help, you know, um, and I'll do what I can to relay it back to him. We praying over him, y'all. Y'all pray for me, and I pray for you guys. Um, don't remember, don't be bitter, don't be mad, and don't feel be broken. Be beyond that. Work on your healing. Don't let nobody steal your joy. If someone is in your life that is bringing you down, leave them where they're at and find you somewhere else. Someone that appreciates you, that's friends, family, whatever. Protect your energy at all costs. Life is too short to sit around and be bitter, broken, and mad. Okay? So y'all, that's all what I have for tonight, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you want to give to the to the Cash App, there is the Cash App J&J Mom 18. Just bless it if you want to bless it, you know. So thank you guys so much for watching. Okay. Girl, I have tried, girl. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what I go through with this trying to figure out this math stuff, but I done about figured them out because I see. Let me tell y'all something. From kindergarten to second grade, is really they're teaching you the same thing. It's just building up of the numbers. So what my daughter is learning now, like it's like I'm going through the same thing, but I'm recognizing what they're doing. They're just building on what they're already done learned from kindergarten. So I just not recognize that. Sorry. But y'all have a good night, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow. See ya.